Hey, what's up guys, Lex here bringing you a new video, and today we're going to be doing another Lego Minecraft to actual Minecraft comparison video. Obviously, if you're familiar with the series, I take a set in Lego and recreate it in Minecraft, well, a Lego Minecraft set. And this time around we got set 21133, the Witch Hut. This is a pretty interesting set for sure, especially because it's got one exclusive, really desirable character in here, but we'll get into that in a bit. As always, when we do these, first off, we're going to be taking a look at the minifigures. First character or figure that we're going to be taking a look at here is Alex. Now, Alex here comes with an iron chestplate accessory as well as two wooden shovels. Now, the wooden shovels aren't necessarily to act as wood shovels, but instead give the appearance of Alex rowing in the boat. As you can see underneath this Alex in game, there are some rows on the boat, so obviously that's meant to represent the shovel accessories in the set. But we'll get a little bit more into that build in a bit. When it comes to accessories, that's pretty much what Alex has. It's the same old minifigure and character we've been getting forever, and we'll continue to be getting as long as Minecraft or Lego Minecraft exists. So, yeah, guys, nothing too special to take a look at here. So, moving on. Next up here, we have the adult pig. Now, this pig here, same one we've always been getting, same one we'll continue to be getting. This is just a little extra to be added here. Animals can spawn randomly throughout the world, and the swamp is no exception. We got a little pig here just to add to the scenery. Nothing too much more to take a look at here. This has been the pig. Moving on. Next up here we have the baby slime. Now this slime at the time was very elusive or hard to get. Over time we've been getting them in more sets. And yeah, so this is a very nice minifigure. Obviously takes the shape of a Lego Minecraft head. Obviously it's translucent to give off that, I guess, slimy feel, as you can see in game here. And obviously the print on the eyes are very nice. So yeah, I think it does a pretty good job of representing what it looks like compared to its in-game counterpart here. And always definitely one of my favorite little creatures to get in any Minecraft set. So that has been the baby slime. Moving on. Last but certainly not least, we got the most elusive, the most desirable figure from this set. Probably the reason why this set has jumped up in value so much. This is the witch. Now, as we can see, obviously she does bear some resemblance to the villager species, I guess, like illagers, pillagers, regular villagers, and this one definitely, you can see the correlation there. In game here, you can see she has a hat with a little bit of an emerald strapped to her hair, or maybe it's just a little green accessory on there. She's got a wart there, so I'm sorry, I had to point that out. It's necessary, and it also comes with some purple robes with some green underneath. Now, if we take a look at the Lego Minecraft version here, you can see it's pretty spot on. In comparison to the other Lego Minecraft villagers and how they're translated, this one is pretty up there. Very accurate. You've got the hat there, which isn't actually just an attachment or separate piece. It's molded into the villager head. This is the exclusive piece that the witch gets, and we have not seen since. So that's a big part of the reason why this figure has jumped up in value to around $40. If you want to get her somewhere such as Bricklink. Again, I think they do a pretty incredible job translating the creature here in Lego. Yeah, from the reprint of the torso to the short legs we've seen used multiple times before. Is a very, very nice figure. And a fairly important one to Minecraft, so it's weird that we haven't really seen Lego recreate this figure before, including in a different set, especially now since witches don't have to necessarily spawn in witch huts alone. They can spawn in the wild, but that's besides the point. Very good figure, very good translation, and yeah, it's easy to see why this is a very desirable figure in the Lego space. So anyways, that has been all the figures. Now let's move on to the build. Now when it comes to the build here, it's nothing too insane. The main attraction will be the witch hut, which we'll be taking a look at in the end. But for the most part, it's just a scenery build to represent the swamp biome, and we're going to see how well it translates here. Obviously, I recreated this set in a swamp biome, so we'll see if it really fits in this environment as Lego intended it to. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're gonna start off from the left and move our way to the right. So first off here, obviously we're gonna be taking a look at the left, like I mentioned before. Down here next to the lake, we got a little bit of a torch on top of some sand. Nothing too special there. Moving a little bit more to the left as well, we got a mushroom with a little bit of grass elevation. You can see a bit more elevation over here as well. We got a slime jumping around here, just hanging out. We also have a brewing stand here, which in the Lego set, as you can see, definitely takes up a lot more space than need be, at least when comparing it to the in-game counterpart here. But as we can see in the Lego version as well, there are some potions brewing there. When it comes to what potions I think these are trying to represent, I think to the left we got a swiftness potion, to the right we got something of a healing, strength, or instant damage potion. In the center it's a clear bottle, but in game here, obviously the brewing stand looks a lot different, a lot smaller, and you can't really tell what's brewing in there, besides the fact that you know there are bottles in there, you just don't know what kind of potions they are. They're not color coordinated like they're supposed to be. But if we actually open it, we can see there that there are definitely some potions in there brewing. Obviously, for the blue one, I put a swiftness. For the center one, it actually didn't let me put an empty bottle here, so I put a slow falling potion just because it looks closest to a clear bottle. And to the right, we've got an instant health 2 potions. That's the one I decided to put there. That's what I assume Alex would be brewing, so that's what we got in here. That has been the brewing stand. A very nice addition here. Obviously, it's a bit oversized in the set, but it's something that's probably needed to actually give off that accuracy instead of making a whole new piece up for it and probably increasing the price of the set, and it's already high enough as is. Now moving on here, we have a double chest located next to the brewing stand, and if we take a look inside, we can see a gold sword, some redstone and glowstone dust, as well as 2 slime balls. Now all of these items pretty much make sense here. The redstone and glowstone dust are witch drops, or potential witch drops that you can drop when you kill her. And the slime balls, that's a given. There's slimes around here, they're fairly common. We can see them in the set, and when you kill one, you get a slime ball. The gold sword is the only odd one here. I guess Alex just likes using gold swords, so it's not that odd, but just something you weren't expecting in the swamp biome. Obviously, that's just for the character. So, yeah, gold sword. Nice looking sword. Not the best combat-wise, but hey, who am I to judge? That's pretty much everything that's in the chest and everything that is located on the left side. Now moving on to the center here, we can see a little bit more of the river. We can see some lily pads spread about. Obviously, you can find lily pads fairly common in the swamp, and we can see a little bit of a pattern here. In Lego, you can see some lily pads placed there as well. Obviously, they're not facing the same exact spots as they are in game. Just something I couldn't get done, but you get the point across. They're lily pads. They have the same function, no matter what way they're facing. Move a little bit more to the right, you can see some sugarcane growing on the side, again with another torch on top of some sand. So just something to point out. Moving backwards here, we can see some blue orchids growing in the back. This is a very commonly found flower in the swamp, so it makes sense why it's here, as well as 2 swamp trees. You can tell they're swamp trees because they have vines growing out of them, and obviously the coloration of the leaves. These obviously make sense here. Very nice inclusions, especially with the build that they use in Lego, how they try to represent the vines there. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Underneath the trees, you can see a mushroom growing along with another blue orchid that I pointed out before. We got a little bit of variation in flooring when it comes to, what blocks are being used. Here we got some grass blocks and some dirt blocks being placed here. Obviously, I try to represent that here. Just a slight change in the scenery. Moving more to the right, we can see the pig and the slime jumping around. A few more blocks in the back there, some dirt and grass blocks. Taking a wider look of what the right side has to offer, we can see a red and a brown mushroom. Brown mushroom growing under a witch hut, red mushroom growing by this low elevation of land here. When it comes to this slime over here in particular, there's actually a little bit of a function in the set. You can see there's a little bit of a lever mechanism, and if you start moving it around, it makes the slime appear like it's jumping as it would in game. And obviously in game here, you can see it's very much jumping to its pleasing. So yeah, that's a small little feature here they decided to include. Very fitting one, very nice one. Another blue orchid here, and last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at the witch hut itself. Now the witch hut is obviously the main, appeal of the set besides the witch figure itself, because this is an actual naturally generated structure, so we'll see how well it's represented here. So obviously we got my iteration of the witch hut. I try to copy it as well as I can to try to represent the witch hut that they have in the Lego set. However, we take a look at a natural witch hut in game at this moment. Obviously it's been updated since then, but this is pretty much what it looks like now. The official one uses a consistent color tone with the dark oak wood. We got some fences there as well, but overall you get the gist of this structure. Has a mushroom growing inside, the crafting table, and the cauldron inside as well. Similar with the rooftop, just a consistent color tone. However, when it comes to my iteration here, I base it solely off of the Lego build. As we can see here, they use 2 different kinds of color tone. We got the regular oak planks and the darker oak planks represented here, so that's what I recreated in the game, as you can see. And definitely looks slightly different. Let's take a closer look or wider look of what it has to offer. Some oak planks in the bottom, Obviously this balcony here, it does use the oak fences as well, similar to the actual official witch hut. It has a little bit of a balcony, and on top here, it's not the same color tone as the official one, but this is what the Lego one looked like, and that's what I try to represent here. If you take a look at the interior, you can see some similarities. It has a cauldron and a crafting table as well. Obviously, it's a bit more or less spacious than the official one. If I'm going off the Lego build, this is pretty much what is in the interior. As you can see here on the side, instead of having a mushroom placed on the window, we have a poison potion, which I try to represent here, and to the best of my abilities. Obviously, it looks weird. It looks like a poison potion block, but you know, I think it gets the point across the best. Obviously, this is a splash potion instead of a regular drinkable potion. This is because splash potions are pretty much the witch's thing. If you run into a witch, you're likely to get splashed by a poison potion if you don't kill her fast enough or avoid her. And in the Lego version, you can see that the poison potion here looks different from the ones that are found in the Lego brewing set as well. They don't have the little cork on top, so given that it looks a little bit different there, I think it's trying to represent a splash potion instead of a typical drinkable potion. And that pretty much does it for the entire Witch Hut set. Besides the boat here that we didn't take a look at, it's a typical boat build. Nothing too special, Alex considering it. It works. And for the endgame counterpart, very similar in the shaping, and it definitely translates well. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the Witch Hut set as a whole. I think it's a very nice one. I think it was a little expensive for the time, but obviously nowadays it's definitely more than doubled its value, especially if you want to try to get it new, sealed. I think for what Lego was trying to represent here, obviously a swamp environment, I think they do pretty well. As you can see here, I put it in a swamp, and I think this is definitely something you can very much run into. From the layouts, from the swamp trees, everything included here is definitely something you will see in the swamp, and I think Lego represents that pretty well here. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely always have fun representing or recreating these Lego Minecraft sets in Minecraft. Excited to do the next one. Comment down below what you would like to see next, and maybe if I can get around to it, I'll put that one in front of other ones I have planned. Obviously, we got the 2021 sets, planning on doing those, and many more in the future as long as Lego keeps pumping out these Minecraft sets. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.